NASCAR Heat 3 eSport race fans. This is NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series racing at Jefferson, the dirt road course. These drivers set for a 100% distance race, so a real-life distance race. The green flag has been dropped. Dakota Bro in the 98 car is on the pole. However, as you can see, he has slipped to the third position. Battles all over this racetrack. We have 15 cars on the racetrack. BJ Thomas in the 99 scored as the race leader. Dakota Bro in the 98 running in second. Nicholas Don Francesco in the 77 right there in third. BJ Thomas is a former winner here in the Dirt Touring Series. No surprise seeing the 99 out front, and whoa, looks like problems for Nicholas Don Francesco back there. I think he overdrove the corner a little bit. Now we got a battle for third and fourth. There's the 77 of Nicholas Don Francesco. He's got it fired back up and going, but he's lost a number of positions because of that. The 11 car driven by Jade Burr back there with him. Now here is Zachary Craig in the 83 car. He was passed for third a moment ago by the defending Dirt Touring Series champion, Nathan Scott, in the 2. So it's BJ Thomas, Dakota Bro, Nathan Scott, Jade Burr, and Ronnie Beach in the 37. That is your top 5. There's a bit of a gap in between 4th and 5th right now. Here's Andrew Putney in the 27. He's got 2 wins this season. He's seated very high in the point standings coming into this event, and right in front of him is one of the drivers he's fighting for the championship with, and that's Ronnie Beach. So that's a battle for 5th and 6th brewing between the 37 and 27. If you have not seen the first 3 races of the season, those 3 races were live streamed to YouTube. Make sure you go and check those out. There was 4 or 5 lime green dirt late models. Given it, they're all fighting for the lead, and big problems for the 27 of Andrew Putney. He overdrove the right-hand turn there before the drag strip. A couple of cars back there did as well. Give the 5th place spot now back to Ronnie Beach in the 37. Andrew Putney back to the 6th position. There's the 12 of Timmy Brown. Having a solid run inside the top 10, but right when we go to speak about him, it looked like he overdrove that corner and made some contact with the wall, and it looked like the car that's right behind the 77 did as well. We're going to see if we can get a better look at that. We're watching Nicholas Don Francesco try to rally and march his way back to the front. Here's another look at the 2 drivers battling for the championship, still battling for the 5th and 6th positions, and whoa, just behind them, Timmy Brown in the 12 got loose coming up to the drag strip, we call it. And Nicholas Don Francesco was able to get around him, as well as Jade Burr in the 11 car. They're fighting hard for position. This is a battle for 7th and 8th. 3 laps to go in stage number 1. And there's Jay Hyper in the 20 car. Battling for position, and it's getting narrow there through the left turn. That is turns 1 and 2 over there. Now Jay Hyper makes the pass on the 83 machine. Defending champion Nathan Scott trying to march his way to the front, and he has done just that. He's in the second position. B.J. Thomas in the 99 has lost the race lead to the pole sitter Dakota Bro in the 98 car, and Nathan Scott trying to charge him down. The gap has shrunk a little bit through these last few corners, but Dakota got a great run out of the final turn there, coming to the start-finish line now. For 2 laps to go in stage 1, it looked like Nathan Scott oversteered that left turn there in turn 1, bounced off the inside wall. He didn't lose too much time, but a little bit. Dakota took a bit of a higher line through that corner. He actually made it look like it gave him a lot of speed. Working their way through now to the drag strip, the only part of the track where it is smooth asphalt. Now into the right turn. Nathan Scott all the way down into the grass trying to catch Dakota Bro. Dakota looking for his first career NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series win. He has wins in the NOSSCAR Truck Series. He has wins in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. Never won a Dirt Touring Series race, and he's trying to hold off the defending champion here at Jefferson to do it. White flag here in stage 1. Came up on a lap machine there. I believe it's the number 36 car. It's the 99 machine. He moves out of the way, gives way, knowing he's more than likely going to get the free pass at the end of the stage. Oh, maybe not. That's Kenny Adair in the number 9 car. He's going to probably go a lap down here as well. There was contact made between Kenny and Dakota goes sliding hard into the wall. Kind of looked like Dakota ran into the back of Kenny, and Kenny got loose, and around went Dakota, but we would have to see that again. And Nathan Scott has taken the race lead, and he's going to win stage 1. B.J. Thomas now in the second position, Dakota Bro in third, Jay in fourth, Zach Craig in fifth, Andrew Putney running in the sixth position. And that's how they will finish, I believe, here in stage number 1. Now these drivers have an opportunity to make a pit stop and try to adjust on these race cars. Stage 1 belonged to Nathan Scott, Dakota Bro, B.J. Thomas, Jay Hyper, and Zach Craig. That was your top 5. Andrew Putney, Ronnie Beach, Nicholas Don Francesco, Jade Burr, and Dave Marks Jr. rounding out the rest of the top 10. And remember, guys, stage 2 is unusually short in this event. It is only 2 laps in length. So these drivers are going to be looking to scratch and claw for every position that they possibly can. If you're just joining us on YouTube, 16 drivers are here for race number 6 here in Season 2 of the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. The defending champ, Nathan Scott, in the 2 car, won stage number 1. Now they are ready to go for stage 2, and like I just mentioned, it's only a 2-lap stage. So it could get wild and crazy here. The green flag back in the air. Oh, they fan out into turn 1, contact, but 4 wide. And we didn't think that would work. Around went the 37, the 77, the 27. All the championship contenders were involved. I'm amazed that they got it going again as quick as they did. And around goes Zach Craig in the 83. He was up in the top 5. Oh, and a big wreck with the 98 of Dakota Bro and several others back there. Tried to pinch that corner way too sharp, and around goes the 98 coming to the drag strip. Nicholas Don Francesco in the 77 was involved. It looked like Kenny Adair in the 9 car rather just came way too quickly into that right turn as well, and he went out of the groove. Wow, what a wild start to stage 2. The 66 machine, that is Eddie Fikes, former winner in the NOSSCAR B division on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. This is his 3rd start in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, and he finds himself running in the 3rd position here in Stage 2. We're on the final lap. There's the battle for the race lead right here. Nathan Scott, Jay Hyper. Pardon me. Oh, it looked like Jay got a little bit sideways and into the inside wall through the right turn after the drag strip. Still not too far behind Nathan Scott. The 3 drivers that have really shown a tremendous amount of speed in this event have been Dakota Bro in the 98, Nathan Scott in the 2, Jay Hyper in the 20. And it's going to be an interesting final stage when they have a lot more than just 2 laps to settle it. Nathan Scott crosses the start-finish line to win Stage 2. Remember, there are no points for stages. Just gives these drivers a break from the action to adjust on their race cars. Ronnie Beach finishes Stage 2 in 3rd. Jay Burr was able to finish Stage 2 in 4th. Dakota Bro in the 98 still not out of this thing. He's going to finish Stage 2 in 5th. We were mentioning Eddie Fikes in the 66 car, running in 3rd. He ended up losing a few positions, and he's going to finish Stage 2 in the 6th position, just in front of B.J. Thomas. Chase Dunn, we haven't spoken much about him in this event. He's going to finish Stage 2 in the 8th position. Don't count him out. We've seen him competitive in everything he's entered in the world of NOSSCAR eSport racing. Zach Craig lined up behind him in 9th. Dave Marks Jr. in 10th. That's the top 10 after Stage 2. Keep in mind, some of these drivers might be coming to pit road, and those drivers might be making a smart move by doing so. This is going to be a longer stage, of course, and if their tires are worn, it might pay off to come down pit road and get some fresh tires on their cars. Green flag back in the air. Nathan Scott leads them to the line with Jay Hyper in the 20. The 98 and the 37 made a little bit of contact, and that looked like it was the only incident in turn 1. A lot cleaner through there, but that was a tough break for Andrew Putney in the 27. He has 2 wins this season, and he's fighting for a championship. Contact deeper in the field. That looked like Eddie Fikes in the 66. There's the battle for the lead. Nathan Scott, Jay Hyper, Dakota Bro in the 98, up into 3rd. He qualified on the pole. He's looking for his first career Dirt Touring Series win. He's been roughed up a little bit in this race, but he's dished it back to a couple of cars that didn't necessarily maybe deserve it either, so he's made it interesting, and he's not going to give up until he's got the race lead. And he's going to use the old chrome horn more than likely to get the job done if it comes to it. Nathan Scott knows this. He's the defending champ, and he's trying to run away from this battle for 2nd between Jay Hyper and Dakota Bro. The 20 and the 98. B.J. Thomas in 4th. Jay Burr in 5th. Jay Burr doing a tremendous job in that number 83 car. Oh, and it looks like B.J. Thomas got loose in that corner. Yes, sir, B.J. Thomas in the 99 car is going to lose 4th and 5th. He drops back to the 6th spot. My colleague in the broadcast booth here, Jason Carroll, saying not B.J. Thomas. Oh, for sure, B.J. Thomas. But he's already going to gain 1 position back, it looks like. Makes a move on Zach Craig, back into the 5th position. A moment ago, I messed up a couple of car numbers, and that was my fault. Jade Burr drives the 11. Zach Craig drives the 83 machine. Two very similar paint jobs. Oh, and contact, the 36 of Chase Dunn. Didn't look like he did anything wrong, just tried to make the move on Zach Craig, and Zach didn't know he was coming, and now Chase overdrives turn 1, and oh... And Zach Craig tried to go to the bottom to pass him. Once he saw that happening and contact was made, Chase Dunn loses a few spots. There's Andrew Putney. He's trying to gain some positions back and charge back to the front. As well as Nicholas Don Francesco in the 77 car as he enters the drag strip. Going to take you back up front now to the battle for the race lead. It has settled down just a little bit. Nathan Scott in the 2, Jay Hyper in the 20, Dakota Bro in the 98. That is your top 3. Tell you what hasn't settled down, though, is the battle for 4th and 5th, and that's between Jade Burr and BJ Thomas. That's about 7 seconds behind the drivers running in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, but it's definitely the most exciting battle on the racetrack right now. There is BJ Thomas in the 99. There's Jade Burr in the 11. He's made the pass, Jade has. So put Jade up into the 4th position. There's a couple of hungry drivers just behind these guys, though, trying to make their way back to the top 5, which is where most of them were running. Zach Craig in the 83, one of those drivers. Andrew Putney, another. Nicholas Don Francesco was up in the top 10 before he had a couple of issues. There's Timmy Brown in the 12. Oh, and Timmy Brown overdrove the right-hand turn just before the drag strip. There's Nicholas Don Francesco in the 77, going through the last few corners, coming to the start-finish line. If you got the right setup and if you know how to drive it properly, you can go through that section of the racetrack full throttle. There's Jay Hyper in the 20, having a solid run, but we should also mention that he has lost the 2nd place position to the pole sitter, Dakota Bro, in the number 98 car. We have 10 laps to go. Coming around to 9 laps to go when the drivers hit the start-finish line this next time by, the race leaders, that is. Ooh, Jay Hyper got a little close to the outside wall there through that corner. Still a solid run for Jay. Jay won the race at the dirt track at Charlotte just before this event. That was race 5 of the season. This is race number 6. And overall, it's still been a tremendous day here at Jefferson for Jay Hyper. He's been inside the top 5 all race long. He's avoided trouble at all costs, and he's doing a great job. If he brings it home in 3rd, that's very valuable points towards the championship. There is your race leader, the defending champion here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, Nathan Scott in the number 2 car. Love that paint job, and he makes that car look ridiculously fast at this Jefferson road course. Going full tilt through the figure S, coming to the start-finish line. Swings the car nicely, entering through turns 1 and 2, braking the car sideways when he enters so he can get back to the throttle sooner. Takes the high line through turns 3 and 4 there, like we saw Dakota Bro do a lot in the first stage. He's coming up on Timmy Brown in the 12 car, who was running up there inside the top 10 at one point, but he's had a couple of off-track excursions since then, and he's in trouble of going one lap down here. Nathan Scott making a little bit of contact with the inside wall, gathers it up quick. Timmy Brown lets him go by. Veteran, respectful driver move there by Timmy. Timmy Brown, a former race winner in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. In fact, he won the race at Indianapolis in that series, one of the crown jewel events. Drove the number 20 car in season 1, Timmy Brown did, but now he finds himself driving the number 12 dirt late model with the flames along the side, like the paint job. Seven laps to go at Jefferson. There's your pole sitter, Dakota Bro. A couple seconds behind Nathan Scott. About 2.5 we're showing on the interval chart. Now, he still has a good chance at this. It's not over for him by any means. He's running faster lap times than your race leader. He's just got a 2.5 second gap to make up. He's running out of laps, but man, that car is fast. He qualified on the pole, and he would love to get his first dirt win here today. He's got a couple of lap cars in front of him. Oh, and he ran into the back of Timmy Brown, it looked like there. I think Timmy was trying to get out of his way, but he was also battling with Kenny Adair in the number 9 car for position. Dakota clears them both. Cost them about a half a second in time. B.J. Thomas in the 99, just behind Ronnie Beach in the 37. There's Jade Burr in the 11 car. He's dropped back a couple of positions. Still on the lead lap, still inside the top 10, having a good run at Jefferson. It's not a very easy track, that's for sure. Takes a lot of rhythm. Got to get into your groove and find your happy space, your happy thoughts. Just concentrate on hitting your marks and being smooth, because every turn treats the car completely different. Just got to be ready for it and wheel it the best you can. '83 of Zach Craig trying to pass Nicholas Don Francesco. It's a battle for position. Jay Hyper in the 20 car has lost touch with the front two a little bit, but he's got some breathing room before he's being challenged for his third position. So unless anything major happens to the 20 car or to his competitors around him on the leaderboard, he's going to finish in third, and that's a very respectful position to finish in. We've got 4 laps to go at Jefferson. Defending champ Nathan Scott leads the way. He did not enter the first 3 races, or excuse me, the first 2 races of the season, so he more than likely will not be a threat for the championship, but can't exactly rule him out either. He's fast everywhere he goes. the odd time when there appears to be a driver that can run with the 2 car, Nathan seems to overcome it, run a smooth and consistent race with very few mistakes, if any. And that's what he's doing today at Jefferson. 3 laps to go here on this wild dirt road course. Dakota Bro in the 98 runs in second. Jay Hyper in the 20 runs in third. Dakota Bro has lost more time to Nathan Scott. He is now about 5 seconds behind your race leader. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, folks. We're bringing you more Season 2 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series action Sunday nights. And don't miss the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series season races, hosted Friday nights starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The driver you're looking at actually right now in the 2, Nathan Scott, is the points leader in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series with 4 wins in the first 6 races. A dominant first 6 races. A dominant start to the season for Nathan Scott and the entire Team Penske organization in the Cup Series. 2 laps remaining here at Jefferson. It's Chase Dunn in the 36 car, right in front of your race leader. A veteran driver and a very classy driver as well. Lets the leader go. Doesn't let him go easy, but gave him plenty of room. And did not force the issue or fight him too hard. That was a perfect demonstration on how you race the leader if he comes up to put you 1 lap down or more. Oh, and there's a car wrecked over here, just the turn that's after the drag strip, and Dakota Bro ran right into him. He had nowhere to go. Oh, and that was a big hit there for Dakota. He's rolling again, and he's still in the 2nd place position, but Jay Hyper in the 20 is a whole lot closer now, and Dakota spins again, and Jay Hyper goes around him for 2nd. Or does he? I think Dakota's having connection issues here. The white flag has been shown. Nathan Scott up front in the 2 car leads this race, and he's going to win this thing. He's got over a 10-second lead now on these 2 drivers that are battling for 2nd and 3rd, so we're going to keep our eye on this battle for the time being. Kenny Adair in the 9 going to let these drivers go. Oh, Jay went over the curb there, over the hop. Oh, and he just barely overdrove the corner there, coming up to the drag strip. He made contact with the outside wall. Dakota gets around him clean and takes 2nd. Shouldn't say clean, some contact was made, but nothing overly aggressive. Coming around through the final corner, Nathan Scott in the number 2 car wins here at Jefferson. Dakota Bro in the 98 coming through the final corners. Here he is, and he's going to finish in 2nd. Jay Hyper in the 20, just behind him there, will finish in 3rd. BJ Thomas in the 99 will finish in 4th. And Andrew Putney in the 27 rounds out the top 5. Wow. What a race, folks. Oh, man. Ronnie Beach in the 37 rallies back to finish in the 6th position. Nicholas Don Francesco in 7th. Zach Craig in the 8th position. Jay Burr in 9th. Chase Dunn rounds out the top 10. And he was the first car 1 lap down. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. This was race number 6 here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. We're going to get some post-race interviews here very shortly. Stick with us. You're going to hear from your race winner, the defending champion, Nathan Scott, in the number 2 car. What a race.
Yeah.
Oh, joining us in the NOSSCAR broadcast booth, and rated ironic timing, right when I say that, your race winner, defending champion of the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, Nathan Scott, driver of the 2. Good job, man. That was a wild final stage. In fact, stage 2 was even wilder, but you seemed to survive it all, and you kept your car up in the top 5 all race long. Was track position the key that got you the win today?
I wasn't too concerned about it because I did start the back and got up there fairly quickly, so at a track like this, I don't think track means too much at those starts.
You still there, Nathan? You're cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, take us through those final laps in the final stage there. You were racing with Dakota Bro in the 98. You were also racing with Jay Hyper in the 20, and a couple of the others were fast too, like B.J. Thomas in the 99, Andrew in the 27, Ronnie in the 37. Take us through those final laps.
Well, I wasn't too concerned looking at the ticker. I was just focused on running laps. And that's how you don't make a mistake. You race the track instead of the people. And that's how you beat the competition. And I saw that the guys behind me got into a few incidents, so as long as I didn't get into any incidents, they weren't going to catch me. So, kind of just calmly drove the car for the last 10 laps.
Well, you drove it real well. Congratulations, winner of the 6th race of the season. Good job.
Appreciate it.
That was your defending NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion, Nathan Scott, winning the Jefferson race. One heck of a run for him. We're going to see if we can get a hold of Dakota Bro, finishing in the 2nd position at Jefferson. Going to get him up here. Driver of the number 98 car. He has wins in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, the NOSSCAR Truck Series, and one day he certainly will be added to the wins list for the Dirt Touring Series. We just know it. We see the skill every time he goes out there. Joining us in the broadcast booth, driver of the number 98 Dirt Late Model car, Dakota Bro, the pole sitter for Jefferson.
Hey, how's it going, Ty?
Good, good. I know it's not exactly where you wanted to finish, but you can't be too disappointed either. You showed so much speed. You won the pole, you led laps, and you had the fastest car in the final stage until you got caught up in a couple of incidents with a few lap cars. What happened there within those final few laps?
I knew BKR had about 3 seconds on me there for a minute. And I burnt the tires up just trying to hold out from the 2nd stage previous. I pitted in the 1st stage and it put me in the back of the field, and I got ruffled up and still kind of rebounded back, and then restarting 5th on that last stage, I didn't have much for it. I just gave it what I had, and I stayed out of trouble there for a while, and there was a lap car that wrecked coming through the short chute, and got into him, and it just kind of went from there. Jay got back up on me. We ran hard on that last lap, and I moved him, and I didn't mean to do it the way that it happened, but lagging and everything else took a big part. I think that took a lot of me right there.
There was so much competition in this Jefferson race. You had the best of the Dirt Touring Series all in one race. The defending champion, Nathan Scott, Andrew Putney, Ronnie Beach. You had everybody there. Jay Hyper, yourself. How much confidence did it give you when you won the pole and beat those guys in qualifying?
Man, having the pole at Charlotte and then getting the pole there at Jefferson, it felt good, but I know BKR and Jay really didn't qualify at Jefferson, and that kind of concerned me. I didn't know how fast they would be there, and shortly after that race started, they knocked on my back door, and it was obvious they were there to play as well, and it was a fun race. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to many more races like that.
Well, we're glad you enjoyed it. We enjoyed watching it. It was very exciting. Congratulations on the pole, and congratulations on a second-place finish.
Thank you, guys, and thanks everybody that watched. Take it easy.
That was Dakota Bro, driver of the number 98 Dirt Late model, your second-place finisher tonight here at Jefferson. Going to see if we can get one more interview, folks. The driver who finished in the third position, that would be Jay Hyper, driver of the number 20 car. Evidently he has already went offline, folks, so we're going to see if we can actually speak to B.J. Thomas, driver who finished in the fourth position in the number 99 car. Had a terrific run, consistently inside the top five for most of the race. Only got caught up in a couple of incidents, but he was able to recover. I believe he was caught up in something in stage 2. Going to see if we can ask him about that if he joins the lobby. Also going to see if we can speak to Eddie Fikes, who made his debut earlier tonight, the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. Going to see how he felt in these dirt cars. He is a little bit new to the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series and to the NASCAR Heat 3 esports racing scene. Going to find out maybe what he thinks overall, his perspective on his first night of action. If you're still with us on YouTube, folks, we're just shortly going to wrap up things here. We're awaiting a couple of drivers to enter the NOSSCAR broadcast booth. Going to have a post-race interview with the drivers who received excellent finishes at Jefferson Raceway. And we're going to wrap things up, guys. I apologize. Some of the drivers electing to not have a post-race interview. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. It was the 6th race of the season here in Season 2 of the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. Hit the subscribe button so you can catch all of the action Sunday nights on NASCAR Heat 3. Also, don't miss the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series races. Those are 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays on the NASCAR Heat 3 video game on PlayStation 4 as well. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, myself and my broadcast colleague Jason Carroll, the Silent Assassin, saying so long, everybody.